Thank you, Chairwoman Fox. And I recall what Mr. Courtney was talking about when actually we did spend about 24 to 26 hours in this room working on so many things. And the one thing that I was very excited about was the protections under the Affordable Care Act included the Northern Mariana Islands and the other insular areas. Unfortunately, in the final rollout of the bill, when it was signed into law for procedural processes, the insular areas were not included. And so I have no amendment to offer because, frankly, the bills under consideration are of little meaning to the people I represent. These three bills nibble around the edges of our national health care policy. But for the people I represent, the problem is not that healthcare policy needs fine-tuning or fixing around the edges. The problem is that we have been excluded from that national policy almost entirely. When the Affordable Care Act was signed into law, the people of the Northern Marianas did not gain a guarantee of insurance, even if we have a condition. We cannot keep our children on age 26. Insurance companies can still cut off our treatment when we reach an annual or lifetime limit. Insurers could charge the elderly more than the young. Insurers can charge women more than men. Unlike other Americans, the Affordable Care Act gave us none of these protections, nor were we provided subsidies to pay for insurance if premiums were beyond our means, nor were our poorer citizens given access to care through Medicaid as other Americans. But it never hurts to hope. And I had hopes that the Republican replacement for Obamacare would include the Americans I represent and to include Americans in the insular areas. I had hopes that the Republican replacement would make health care more affordable, more accessible for all Americans as advertised. Unfortunately, the legislation introduced this week is not as advertised. It does not fulfill the President's promise of, I quote, insurance for everyone, end of quote. It makes no mention of the 4 million Americans who live right here in America, just not in a state or the District of Columbia. Once again, the people of the U.S. insular areas are forgotten, overlooked, uncared for, and their lives, because let us not forget that having health care is literally a matter of life and death. Their lives, the lives of the people I represent, are still treated as less important than the lives of other Americans. And that, Madam Chair, is a very sad situation which any replacement of the Affordable Care Act must fix. I yield back the balance of my time.